Sandra Dee was a captivating American actress whose career soared in the late 1950s and early 1960s, solidifying her status as a teen idol and symbol of wholesome American beauty. In today's video, we'll take you on a tour of Sandra Dee's breathtaking home and explore the life of this American icon. Sandra Dee's $11 million Los Angeles home is a mid-century modern masterpiece nestled on the iconic Sunset Strip. This isn't just a house, it's a piece of Hollywood history, intimately woven into the life and love story of Sandra Dee and Bobby Darin. Built in the late 1950s, this architectural gem, designed by William Crystal, boasts a distinctive butterfly roof inspired by the California mountains. The striking design isn't just aesthetically pleasing, it floods the interior with natural light, creating an airy and inviting atmosphere. Notice the seamless transition from indoors to outdoors, achieved with a stunning stone wall that runs the length of the house, connecting the living spaces to the landscape. The use of Turkish travertine floors, wood-paneled ceilings, and expansive glass windows perfectly captures the mid-century modern aesthetic. The heart of the home is undoubtedly the sunken living room. This space, anchored by a black and gold marble fireplace, was the scene of countless gatherings, hosting Hollywood legends like Elvis Presley and George Burns. The adjoining Turkish travertine bar served as the perfect spot for late-night conversations and cocktails. The kitchen, with its hand-serused oak cabinets and tongue-and-groove ceilings, remains remarkably true to its original design, even after renovations. Just off the kitchen, the dining area features a stylish chrome Paul Rudolph chandelier, adding a touch of understated luxury. The primary suite is an oasis of tranquility and glamour. A natural stone pillar subtly divides the space, while floor-to-ceiling glass walls offer breathtaking views of the city day and night. The luxurious ensuite bathroom, featuring Calcutta gold marble, completes this opulent retreat. Step outside and you'll find a stunning pool area, a perfect setting for California living. The pool is visible from almost every room, creating a sense of seamless indoor-outdoor flow. The lush landscaping and comfortable seating areas offer a private retreat, the ideal spot for relaxation and entertainment. This home was purchased by Bobby Darin during his rise to fame, and it became the sanctuary for him and Sandra Dee after their marriage in 1960. Here, they started their family, welcoming their son Dodd. While their marriage faced its challenges, this home, with its mid-century charm and California sunshine, offers a glimpse into a quieter, more intimate side of her life, and remains a tangible testament to their love story. The walls hold echoes of laughter, music, and the bittersweet memories of Hollywood's golden age. Sandra Dee's life was full of highs and lows, from her early modeling success to her meteoric rise as a teen idol, her struggles with anorexia, and her tumultuous marriage to Bobby Darin. Let's take a closer look at her life from the beginning. Sandra Dee, born Alexandra Zuck on April 23, 1942, in Bayonne, New Jersey, lived a childhood we might describe as a roller coaster of both dreams and difficulties. She was the only child of Mary and John Zuck, a marriage that was far from harmonious. Her father, a working-class man, disappeared from her life after her parents divorced when she turned 5. This left Sandra to be raised primarily by her mother Mary, who had been described as ambitious, overbearing, and determined to provide a better future for her daughter. Sandra's mother Mary played a huge role in shaping her career. Mary saw something special in Sandra, those striking looks and a natural charisma that made her stand out. So when Sandra was just a little kid, Mary started signing her up for modeling gigs. And it wasn't just for fun. Sandra quickly became a child model for some of New York's top agencies, starring in ads for everything from clothes to food. By the time she hit 12, she was earning more than most adults, enough to help support her family even as a child. By her teenage years, her modeling career caught the eye of Hollywood scouts. Universal Studios offered her a contract when she was just 14. However, this new chapter wasn't all glitz and glamour. Behind the scenes, Sandra was dealing with a lot. The pressure to look perfect and keep up with the demands of fame took a toll on her, and she struggled with anorexia, which was something she'd battled for years. Even with the struggles, she became one of Hollywood's brightest stars. Her big break into movies came thanks to film producer Ross Hunter, who saw something in her that went beyond her striking appearance. By 1957, she made her film debut in Until They Sail. That role earned her a Golden Globe for Most Promising Newcomer. Then came 1959, the year everything truly fell into place. Sandra starred in Gidget, a beachy, feel-good comedy that basically made her the face of carefree teenage fun. She also appeared in Imitation of Life, a more dramatic role that became a box office smash. That same year, she also took on A Summer Place, playing a conflicted teen in a romantic drama. It's hard to believe that within just 1 year, she starred in 3 films that would go on to define her career. Through the early 1960s, Sandra was unstoppable. Audiences adored her wholesome, girl-next-door vibe, and studios quickly recognized her appeal. Movies like Tammy Tell Me True and Come September kept her at the top of the box office charts. It was during Come September that Sandra met Bobby Darin, who was already a big name as a singer and actor. The whirlwind romance was straight out of a storybook. The public just couldn't get enough of them. The two even starred together in films like If a Man Answers, adding to their allure as one of Hollywood's golden couples. But fame can be a double-edged sword, and by the late 1960s, Sandra's star started to fade. Universal Studios, the studio that had helped her launch her career, ended their contract with her. She attempted to come back with films like The Dumb Witch Horror in 1970, but recapturing the magic of her early career proved difficult. Sandra Dee and Bobby Darin's marriage was one of those Hollywood stories everyone couldn't stop talking about. It had all the ingredients: a teen idol with charm and a rising pop star full of swagger. They met in 1960 on the set of Come September, and Bobby, already famous for hits like Dream Lover, was totally taken by Sandra. But Sandra wasn't immediately sold on him. He had that bold, confident style that wasn't really her thing at first. But Bobby kept at it, shooting Cupid's arrows at Sandra until she finally gave in to him. Fast forward to December 1st, 1960, when they tied the knot and said their vows, with Sandra just 18 and Bobby 24. From the outside, their marriage seemed like the ultimate Hollywood dream. Sandra was that fresh-faced, all-American girl who stole hearts, and Bobby, on the other hand, was a multi-talented performer, an up-and-coming actor. A year later, in December 1961, they welcomed their son, Dodd Mitchell Darin, and Sandra started stepping back from her acting career to focus on motherhood. Being a mum had its highs and lows for Sandra. She absolutely adored Dodd, and he later described his childhood as filled with love. But Sandra's past wasn't easy. She'd been through a lot, including abuse and struggles with eating disorder, and sometimes that weighed heavily on her personal life. Bobby, too, wasn't immune to struggles. He'd been dealing with the effects of rheumatic fever from childhood. Bobby's jealousy and Sandra's insecurities made things tough. Sandra battled addiction to prescribed medication, and Bobby was constantly on the move for work, leaving Sandra alone with their son. Even when they worked together on films like If a Man Answers, their magic on screen didn't quite translate. Eventually, in 1967, they called it quits and divorced. Even after they split, Sandra kept Bobby close in her heart. When he died unexpectedly in 1973 at just 37, it was a huge blow for her. She always said he was the love of her life, even though their time together had been far from perfect. In the years that followed, she dedicated herself to preserving Bobby's legacy, and their son Dodd went on to write a touching biography called Dream Lovers: The Magnificent Shattered Lives of Bobby Darin and Sandra Dee. Sadly, Sandra Dee passed away in 2005, leaving behind a legacy as a beloved actress and a complex, compelling figure. Sandra and Bobby's $11 million home, a testament to a bygone era of Hollywood glamour, stands as a lasting symbol of her life and her unforgettable story. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on our latest videos. See you in the next one.